people.
He once spoke candidly about the weird intersection in some parts of America between guns and religion. Will that come back to haunt him, or could indeed he be the one to convince Americans to change their gun culture?
Oh no, he won't be the one to do that, and I would predict he won't try very hard, if at all. I'm pretty sure I do know, I'm glad you asked me this, because I'm pretty sure I do know what the Republican strategy is going to be between now and November. They're going to represent him not as someone of mixed race or any of the other things that have been so much ballyhoo, but as a member of a very elite and effete and rather snobbish academic minority in the country. They're going to appeal to American populism. And the crucial text, which was actually handed to them by Sidney Blumenthal of Mrs. Clinton's campaign, he's the one who found it, is a speech in San Francisco on, you got to understand these rednecks, you know, they're resentful, they're insecure, they cling to their churches, they like their gun licenses and so forth. Unbelievably patronizing attitude towards the heartland. I think that's what he's going to have to live down, and he'll be hearing a lot more of that kind of talk from McCain and McCain's surrogates.
The evidence is that he'll probably change his rhetoric too, at least his rhetoric in private, as that particular comment was recorded privately, as I understand it. He's opposed publicly to gay marriage. His wife, Michelle, says you have to take baby steps or you'll quickly lose public support. Yes,
she's from a very pragmatic background as well. I mean, her father was a precinct captain in the Mayor Daley machine in Chicago. She's a very solid machine Democrat. He's from this district of Chicago called Hyde Park, which is really the bit around the university. Historically, very sort of, oh, I don't know, food fads, very green, very sort of Starbucks, pretty left-wing in American terms, and, yeah, well, academic. That's what he's going to be attacked for, I think. It'll be a bit more like the attack on someone like Dukakis was. And I don't think he's not in a position now to start doing things like John Kerry did and putting on earmuffs and going out duck hunting. I mean, he would look so stupid if he tried that I think he can't, and the fact that he can't will show.
Okay, let's look at the other side of the political ledger now. Both Obama and John McCain, as you pointed out, made big speeches last Tuesday. Obama's was widely praised. John McCain's speech, however, was seen, and many Republicans, smart Republicans, saw it as evidence his campaign is faltering already. What did you think?
Yes, there was a very strong attack on it just this morning, actually, by William Crystal, the neoconservative intellectual who's the editor of the Weekly Standard, saying that it was just abysmally done. It was a small rally, badly staged, puke green lighting, as he put it, and mistakenly angled at not very clever attacks on Obama himself, at just the moment when even quite a lot of Republicans would have been prepared to say, well, listen, let's step aside for one moment and acknowledge the fact that the Democrats have picked rather a fine chap. So the whole tone of it was just desperately off. And of course what the Conservatives have to hope is that this can be made into a national security election, and it'll be the credentials of the Commander-in-Chief that are being considered most saliently, and that's an auction that only McCain can really win.
It does. I mean, the fake smiles, the badly staged speech, the bad speech in itself, it all raises issues about McCain as to whether we've we've overestimated him, in fact.
Well, I think the more people see him, the more certainly I hear people making sort of worried remarks about his appearance. He doesn't look very good. It's not that he looks ill. It's not that he looks senile either, but he looks, I would say, elderly. I hate to say it, but not old or a veteran. That's good in a senator. You know, the white mane and the craggy visage. That's all fine. But he doesn't look like that. He looks off colour somehow, and that's going to tell over time, especially with someone as youthful and fit looking and as handsome as Senator Obama.
There is this other fact, that's the bottom-up campaign that seems to be changing the way campaigning is actually done in the United States. Obama's people have proven to be masters of this viral internet campaign and internet fundraising to the detriment of the others who are way behind on this. Is that going to be a decisive factor in the end, that they are ahead of the game generationally in terms of technology and communications?
Well, it's been, yes, there's that too, but actually it's been the case for quite a while now that the Democrats are able to get more money from the wealthy in America than the Republicans are. From the famous zip codes that denote wealth, the Democrats are now the ruling party. The Republicans are more the party of the medium rich and the middle class, but the Democrats have the super rich in their corner. It's an interesting change over the last 2 years. It's one of the changes that Clinton made.
And what about this bottom-up campaigning notion that Obama's people seem to have mastered compared to the way the Republicans go about their traditional campaigning? Will that be a telling factor?
Yes, it's bound to be. Yeah, well, it already is. But the old habit of getting, you know, a lot of fairly well-off people to write very large cheques won't die in the Republican Party, and it's not that bad a way of raising money, as a matter of fact.
Well, Christopher Hitchens, there's much more to talk about. We haven't even tapped into the very rich vein of religion. We'll have to do that next time we speak to you, no doubt.
Absolutely.
But we will have to leave you there. We've run out of time, sadly.
Oh, dear.
We'll come back to you another time, and we'll talk about what's happening on other fronts in this campaign as it proceeds.
Please do. I'd love to do that.
It'd be a great pleasure. Thank you.